I'm not one that gets tied to the lectern, so I'm just going to walk around if that's okay with you. Is that okay with you? All right, great. Well, first of all, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. 10 years ago, I was in a diversity mentoring program at J.P. Morgan Chase. It was a career development group, and we decided to work on leadership and communication skills and turned to Toastmasters to gain that experience. Before that, I had been in banking since 1973. I was a new employee of Texas Commerce Bank. That bank is now called Chase Bank. It is on Main Street at Travis in downtown Houston, and that is where I spent 30 years in banking. The first 20 years, I was looking for a way to get promoted. And I thought that sitting at my desk, coming in on time, doing my job, and doing the things that were asked of me, and occasionally being brilliant, was the way that I was going to get noticed and the way that I was going to get that next job. 20 years. You know, you may think I'm a little dense, but I was really a smart person. But it took me 20 years to figure out that I could take some control in what my destiny was. And to shine or to get noticed or to get promoted, you have to tell somebody what you want. So, what do you need to know before you can get what you want? Anybody? Well, you have to know what you want. You have to actually know what it is that you want. And then, once you know what you want, you have to go about getting it. So I have 4 steps that are going to help you to get what you want. Are you interested? All right. The first one is to plan. That you have to have a plan. And you have to have some milestones in that plan and some deadlines and some commitments on your part. Ken Blanchard says there's a difference between interest and commitment. If you're interested in doing something or having something, then you're going to go about it when it's convenient. But if you are committed to that thing or that something or that someone, then you are going to accept no excuses and only accept results. So you have to know what you want, and you have to put a plan in place. Now, how do you put a plan in place? Well, first of all, I'll use an analogy with the airline. And you always hear the airline attendant say, if in the event of an emergency, that the oxygen mask will fall. And what do they tell you to do? They tell you to help yourself first, so that then you'll be fit to serve and help others around you. All right? So the same thing goes for you. If you have a plan, you have to help yourself first. Part of your plan should be to help yourself, to develop yourself, to find out what skills and abilities that you need to get what you want. All right? Write those down. Then make a list of 3, 4, 5 people that can help you in that can mentor you and guide you, that already have what you want or are already successful in the field that you want to go into, and talk to them. It doesn't cost you any money to talk to them. The relationship has a lot to do with your plan. You've got to start building some relationships. Join a club, join an association, join this group of women right here in this room, are a wealth of resources. So planning is number 1. Then, once you know what your plan is and you have some dates on the calendar and some appointments with those people that you're going to talk to, then you have to start preparing. I've run 2 marathons, and I know you think, are you kidding me? That's not a runner body. But I'll tell you, I didn't do it in 8-minute miles. The first time, I did it in about 7 hours and 22 minutes. And the second one, I bettered my score, and I did it in 6 hours. It's not how long it takes you to get there. It's the fact that you crossed the finish line. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get what you want. Just keep trying, keep pushing, keep going that extra mile until you cross that finish line. And what happens when you cross the finish line? You celebrate. Now, the other part of the equation is visualization. Because if you cannot visualize yourself standing up on this stage talking to however many women in this room, then you will not stand on this stage talking to however many women and men in this room. It's just like the ski people in the Olympics. They've gone over that course in their mind about 1 million times before they ever see the course, before they ever put on the skis. They have visualized themselves going down that course, making all the gates, and swishing into the finish line with a record time. Whatever you can visualize and believe that you can achieve, your mind doesn't know the difference. It's already seen you do it. But if you cannot visualize it, then you need to paint that picture in your mind for yourself and see yourself doing whatever it is that you want and having whatever it is that you want in life. Planning, preparing, and visualizing. Visualizing to me is very, very important. And you need to do that every day. When you get up in the morning, how many of you look at yourself in the mirror and say, it's going to be a great day? Well, I do that because my dad taught me to do that. He was a Baptist minister, and it always came with a clap and a kick. All right? It's going to be a great day. All right? Now, the last part of this equation, we had plan, we had prepare, we had visualize, and now we want to reflect. What happens if you had this plan for today and you didn't get it all done? Well, you go back to number one, you plan the next day, and you prepare for the next day, and you visualize what you're going to do, and then you reflect every night on what you got done, and reward yourself by patting yourself on the back and saying, yeah, I had a list of 5 things, I got 2 of them done, woo. Celebrate that. Is it reasonable to expect that 100% of what you planned is going to get done? Things happen, don't they? All right. Things happen that get in the way of your plan. But those are only obstacles and will only set you back as much as you let them set you back. I never was so happy to see my husband as when he was at the end of that finish line of the marathon saying, Pam, you've got 2 minutes to make it. You need to hurry up. Because after 6 hours, they opened the streets back up and, all the cars go. There, he was there at the finish line and he was cheering me on. It's really nice to have somebody cheering you on, isn't it? This is my message to you today, is to be aware, to be deliberate in your life, to live your life with a plan, some purpose, visualizing yourself doing the things that you need and want to do, because you are unique. Each and every one of you is the only you in this world. And if nobody plays your part, it doesn't get done. So once you do achieve your goals, be sure to thank the people that got you there and recognize them for who they are and the contributions that they make.